to take these shoulders around and down. Just warm up the shoulders because we've got to do a bit with the ball today. Round and down. One more. Roll and down. Fingertips onto our shoulders. We're going to go elbow circles. Now think about the point of your elbows. If you can make them do bigger circles. Up and around. Give me one more. Up and around, hands on hips. We're going to sink these knees down. Now keep the heels down and we're going to get that stretch into the calf. Stay here for me. On your next breath out, I want you to squeeze the ball and think inner thigh. Close that pelvic floor. Think, oh, hold it away, hold a fart in. Center's working, same muscles connecting. And then release it, stay low. And again, exhale, squeeze the ball. Everything's coming into midline, strong into our centers. Release and breathe. We've got one more. Exhale, squeeze. All the fine connections. Injury prevention. Make sure our joints are healthy. And release. Can we grab that ball and reach it out in front? And then we're going to pop up and you're going to pull back with an elbow. So we're just going to be a little bit friendly with our neighbours, but I think we're going to be okay. Other side, elbow. We're starting to get a little bit of spinal twist. Nice squat in between. Sit back with the hips. Push. Back. Push. Maybe two more. Hold down. Staying up. We've got the ball between our hands. We're going to shift the weight onto one leg. Push down through that leg so it's tall. We're going to be 5 single knees. 2, 3, 4. We're going to stick to the same leg. Can you lift it? Open it. Close and in. Well done. Up. Open. Close. Could be 2 more. Up. Open. Close. Legends. 1 more. Up. Open. Close. Let's take that to the other side. All right. 5 singles first. Remember, if your balance is a bit wobbly, you can come onto the harder floor. These mats are squishy. We're going to lift up. We open to the side. Close. And in. Up. Open. As you close, feel that tummy pulling in. It's like that seatbelt tightens. Up. Open. Close. Last one. Up. Open. Close. And in. Well done indeed. We're going to come down to the mat. We're going to pop the ball between our knees. So come on down. Long through the back of the neck. We tuck our shoulder blades underneath us so we're open across the chest. Lift the hips and take the hips further from the shoulders. We'll start as we did in standing. Exhale, squeeze the ball, inner thigh, pelvic floor center, and release. Give me 1 more. Exhale, squeeze. And then we're going to take that into our first challenge. We're just going to rest the hands down beside us, push through the feet, lift the hips up into a bridge. So we're going to be using the bottom, squeeze those glutes, and squeeze the ball 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Drop your height by 1/3. Squeeze again. 3, 2, 1. Drop 1/3. Squeeze. 2, 3. Touchdown. And we get to repeat. Up to the top and hold. Squeeze. 2, 3. Drop. Squeeze. 2, 3. Drop. Squeeze. 2, 3. Touchdown. We're doing 2 more rounds. If you want to challenge our balance, we can take the arms from the floor, but our shoulders sit nice and wide. Have a go. Up we come, up to the top. Now squeeze the ball. 2, 3. Drop the height. Squeeze. 2, 3. Drop. Squeeze. 2, 3. Touchdown. Last round. Go the glutes. Go the hamstrings. Here we go. Squeeze. 2, 3. Lower. Squeeze. 2, 3. Lower. Squeeze. 2, 3. Down. Well done indeed. Now we're going to curl forward. We're going to flick that workload onto our tummy at the front. Can we curl all the way up and get this ball? And we're going to take it under one leg and we're going to scissor switch and pass it through. We're going slow for 6, 5, tapping the mat, 4, 3, 2, and we go faster. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll lower. Breathe in, let the diaphragm lift. So we're all squashed. That's round 1. On your next breath out, exhale, curling up, slide the rib cage down into the tummy, and we're switching the legs, scissor switch for slow. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, faster. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down again. Breathe. Interval training, short, fast bursts. Halfway, team, halfway. Let's go. On your exhale, curl it up, set position, going slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, faster. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. If the neck's starting to have any feelings of tight or tension, you can keep your head down. Just got to reach through those arms. Last round, fourth round, here we go. Exhale, curl it up, set and slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go fast. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. So pop the ball back between our knees. Let's take that workload back onto the glutes again. Arms to floor. Retuck your shoulder blades underneath. It keeps our shoulders lovely and wide. Now feel those feet. We're going to use the push down through these feet to lift the hips up again. We're connected through the ball, so give the ball a little bit of a squeeze, so hold it in place. Push down through your left leg to reach the right leg away. And then we're going to pop that back onto the floor. Other side, other leg. Reach. And tuck it in. Go 2 more. Reach. And in. Reach in and touch the hips down, lower down. So we'll do 4 leg extensions, reset the back position and repeat. You're ready. Push to the floor, up, set and extend. Place, reach. Place, keeping these hips nice and high. Go the glutes and hamstrings. And in, touch down. Make sure you get a breath on board. 2 more rounds. And lift, reach, push through the floor, press through that heel, connect, and down. We've got 1 last round to go. Breathe air on board. Warm day, let's go. Push into the floor, up and set. Squeeze the glutes, reach, 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 and reach and in. Nice job, team. Now we're going to curl forward. I want you to reach and tuck the ball under one knee. We're going to loop our fingers and give our head some nice support up here. Okay, so we're curled up. I want those shoulders lovely and low, and we're using those front tummy muscles to hold. Now you get to see the bony parts of your hips here, our headlights. We want to make sure they stay level. The leg that's lifted often will drop to that side. So if we've got a cup of coffee resting here, it's safe. Okay, we're nicely supported. We're going to point our toe. We're going to tap it to the floor and lift it up. Nothing else is moving. Four, 3, 2, 1, and hold. All right, we're going to do another 8. We have a choice with this other leg. It's just sitting idle beside us. To work a little harder, we're going to take it off the floor, but if that's too much for you, just pop it back down. It's not moving, it's just up and tabletop. The other leg continues with 8. Tap and lift. But if you feel your low back wants to lift from the floor, drop the other leg back down. We need to think of our center as super glued to the mat here. We're not wriggling, trying not to move through our trunk, through our torso. 2, last one. And head down, bring those knees in. Gives us a chance to switch the ball to the other side. Well done. So we're going to start with the other leg down. Gives us a chance to work on our quality of our movement as we curl forward. Again, the hands behind the hip for support. Point the toe and it's tap and lift. We're moving with control and purpose. Nice, slow rhythm. Keeping an eye on your headlights, making sure they're level. leg down and continue, or it can pop it up. Last 8, and then we'll let the front tummy rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Curl it in. Great job. Well done indeed. Can we pop that ball between our knees? And just give yourself a little wobble, wobble, side to side, just massaging the small of the back. We're also going to drop our whole back down onto the mat. So we've got our, what we call imprinted spine, where we can squish the spine down to the mat. Tummy's working at the front here. Hands beside us. We've got 4 leg extensions. We're going to reach the legs out. Again, keeping that back connected to the mat is our sign. Reach and in. Reach and in. One more. Reach, and now we curl forward. Nose towards the ball. Extra points if you can do a little lower tummy tuck. 2, 3, 4. Hold that strong tummy hold. Point your toes, both legs drifting away, just as far as you can keep that back connected to the floor. If you touch the mat or not, I don't mind. Your focus is on what is your lower back doing. Are you holding it in place? Can you control it? Support it, keep it safe. Well done indeed. Right, should we pop that, actually just pop your legs down. We're going to let the ball drop. Pop both feet on top. And hands onto those hips so we can feel what's happening across the hips. Keeping things nice and level. We're going to take one knee open to the side. Make sure you keep those hips nice and steady and bring the knee back in. So we just open as far as those hips stay level. We keep our cup of tea safe. And then try the other knee. Smooth movement, smooth control. Give yourself a little test. We can pop our elbows off the floor, just float them an inch. Float the wings and just see how you go without that support. Smooth control. Well done. Both knees to the top. Let's open both knees at the same time. Now this requires some coordination between left and right. It's always good to check in and get the body to think. Smooth control again. You can play with elbows up or elbows down and just see how you go. Can you keep yourself in the center of your mat? Stop yourself rolling over. One last one here. And lovely job. We're going to bring the ball up into our right hand. And we're going to pop up the left leg. Ball to knee. And then reach long down the mat. Ball to knee. And then we're going to open out to the side. If you want to use your other hand, just make sure those hips are staying level. Ball to knee and long. And ball to knee and open to the side. Tap and long. Tap and side. Tap and long. Tap and side. Good job. Working stronger through our centers. Holding position. Give me one more to this side. Long, tap, and side. Let's change the sides over. So the ball's in the left hand, and we pop up the opposite right knee. And we're going to tap them and reach long. And tap and open to the side. Great job. Tap and reach long. Push off that mat. Longer than the mat to the side. Tap. Reach, tap, side, tap, reach, tap, side, tap, Give me one more round. Tap, long, tap, side. Good job, team. We're going to rest the ball in front of one hip. We're going to straighten that leg out so the knees are about the same height. Now can we curl forward and roll that ball up as far as you can get? And then down we come, changing legs. Extend the other leg, rolling up that leg as far as you can go. Reach, reach, and down. Well done. Extend, curl, curl, reach, reach, and down. Just give me one more here. Reach and curl, 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 and down. Lovely job. Reach it long, ball in hand, long legs. Now roll the legs in and out, just loosey-goose the hips. We're going to roll ourselves up into sitting. So we're going to curl the ball to the ceiling. Reach up, follow that ball all the way up, 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 and then pop the ball down, and then reach forward. Give yourself a little stretch. Little wriggle, paddle the knees, just helping to release those hamstrings. Well done, team. From here we're going to come over onto our side. So just turning to face the front, we've got the ball in our top hand. We've got long top leg, long top arm with the ball. As you reach and stretch here, I want you to feel that drawn length through our whole centre. Keep that feeling as we come in and tap. We're going to tap nice and low here, under the radar. Push out again. Come and tap. So keep that feeling of length in the spine so we're not coming in and dropping. Keep it long. Good job. Tap. And long. Tap. And let's change it. We're going to reach up for a higher knee. So we're just changing that work around the hip. Up. And away. Give me 3 more. Up. 2, 1 more, up. Good job. With the ball, we're going to place that between our feet and we're going to reach out long. Now you can use a hand on the floor here to give yourself a little wriggle. Pull your toes to me. So our heels are the longest part. We're going to start nice and simple with a squeeze of the ball. Again, think inner thigh, pelvic floor, center, everything connecting into the middle. Release the feet and breathe. Now I can see your balls. Give me a good squeeze. Exhale, squeeze. And release, breathe. Exhale, squeeze. Keep the squeeze on. We're going to do 10 little lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Hand to ceiling. Nice low shoulder here. We're just going to drop back onto the quarter of the hip and then bring yourself forward again. Well done. Drop back. Bring yourself forward. Drop back. Go the tummy muscles. Bring yourself forward. A couple more. Drop back. Bring yourself forward. Drop back. And bring yourself forward. Good work. Ball to the floor, and our lower leg is going on top. We can use the hand again if we need some help. Now it's really tempting here to not trust the ball, but the ball gives you contact to the floor. You've got to use what you've got. Press down on that ball. Make sure our top leg hasn't shrunk in height. Make sure the feet match. And we're going to have a go at doing some circles with this top leg. Give me 3, 2, 3, and reverse, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now press down on this ball with all your might. See if we can bring the knee up high and then place it back out long again. Good job. Push down to bring it in and push out. 3 more. Push to pull and out. Last 2. And out. 1 more. And out. Nice work indeed. We're going to just bring that ball in so it doesn't disappear on us. We're going to curl our knees right up in front of the hips. You can grab hold if you like. We're going to take our hand to the ceiling here. We're going to do what's called an arm opening. So breathe up into this hand, big breath in. Exhale and open. So we're getting a nice spinal twist here. Nice spinal twist stretch. Well done. Now it's only a short little arm openings today because we've got to make space for relaxation at the end. Last one. Using that breath. Use the exhale. Find rotation through the spine. Done. We're going to bring ourselves up, take the head to the other end of the mat, so we're on the other side. And we're going to use our ball again. Well done. Take the top leg, nice and long. Reach through the top arm, nice and long. And we're going to come and tap and low to that knee and extend out again. And tap and reach. Tap, reach, tap. Next, take that knee a little higher, just winding up that glute. Up and away. Well done. 3, 2, and 1. Support that head. Okay, well done. So, we are going to reach back and put the ball between our feet, and we're going to extend our legs out nice and long. Now give yourself a wriggle to get into our torpedo position. So toes come forward to me. So we're long down through our heels. Breathe. On your next exhale, squeeze the ball for me. Squeeze. Inner thigh, pelvic floor, center. Release and breathe. Again, exhale, squeeze. And release. One more. And squeeze. Keep the squeeze lifting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Hand to ceiling if we can with our balance. We're going to drop back off that hip, but we're going to try to bring ourselves into torpedo again. Present forward and drop back. Present forward. Wobble. Recover. Wobble. Recover. A few more. Done. Wobble. Recover. Last 2. Last one. Awesome job. Good job. We're going to put the ball on the floor. That lower leg on the ball again. Big test of balance. If it's not your favorite thing, you can ditch the ball. Make sure the top leg is about the same length. It hasn't shrunk. And we're going to do our little circles. 3 circles. Well done. Let's reverse the circles. Excellent job. We'll just see if we can press down firmly on this ball and release the knee in. Up nice and high. Push it back out again. Now if you're working really hard, you can have light touch on the floor in front, just so we get a good movement of this leg. In and out. Last 2. In and out. Last one. Well done. Very good indeed. We're going to bring ourselves into arm openings on this side. Legs up, hand to ceiling. And we breathe in and we open. Use that breath. The first one sometimes take a while for things to relax. We just used obliques for that last little exercise. So tell them to just soften up. Well done. Finding that rotation. loosening up that mid back, mobilize where we get tight. The anchor point of so many postural muscles. Last ones. Well done indeed. Where to from here? We bring ourselves up onto all fours. We're going to use the ball at the beginning here. We're going to tuck it into the back of our knee. For most of these exercises, if the wrists get a little tender or sore here, you can come down onto your elbows to continue, okay? Alright, positioning wise, shoulders are set nice and low. We're drawing in through the low tummy, that's stabilizing us across the hips. We're going to start with just nice smooth lines. We're going to keep the ball tucked in there and we're going to push the knee back. And then we're going to tap it to the floor. That checks that our hips are still the same height. And then we're going to open it to the side. And then we're going to tap the floor. Push back, tap, and to the side. As we come to the side, be mindful that you're not shifting off and we're having this leaning Tower of Pisa with the other leg, with the other thigh. So we want to work ourselves, but staying stable. Rest of the table staying stacked. Shall we have a go with a few circles here and connect those dots? If we push back and then take the knee around to the side, down, swoosh through, back, around, swoosh through, one more, back, scoop down. Let's reverse that, different muscles, wide, push back and down. Think about the hip and its range of movement. Do what you can, one more, swoosh, and ooh, well done. You thought this wasn't a legs class, so ball into the other leg, tuck it in. Same again, we're going to start with those nice clean lines to begin with. Just pressing back and tap the floor, side, tap the floor, back. And that little nudge of the floor is just making sure that we're staying level across the back of our hips. Little chicken. Should we try some circles? Push back to the side, down and through. Push back, side, down and through. Once again, and reverse, out and back and through. Out and back. Last one, team. Back, around and through. Let's give those glutes a wee stretch and we can reach out with the ball. Getting that nice release. And a nice think about that chest coming through and getting a flattening into that upper back. So as we reach, roll in and out a little bit. Getting that nice extension. If that's too much for the shoulders, just soften up and have a little rest down. We can leave the ball out there, see if it will stop wobbling. And we're going to come back in. Nice low shoulders. I'm going to layer and layer and layer this exercise, so just do what you can, okay? We're going to take one leg back. I'm going to make big noises with my toenail here. We're going to do 4 lifts from the floor. From the floor, up, down, 2, 3, 4, and bring it in. Well done. So think about your lunge on your back. Even though we've got this big movement at the back, don't wobble lunge off. 2, 3, 4, and in. Think of the mess sushi would make. Long leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch sides. Soup even. Long leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in. This time we're just going to reach a leg out. We're going to hold it there. We're going to drift back. Drifting back. See if we can reach for the wall. Reach for the wall. And come back in and change sides. Well done. Extend the leg. Reaching back. Reaching back. And coming back in. One more each side. Long leg. Reach. 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 And in. Last one here. Up. Long. And in. Well done. Tuck your toes under if you can. So we're going to play with some reaching out behind us. We've got nice low shoulders. We're going to pop the knees, and can we tap one leg back and come in and lower? Well done. Pop the knees, other foot back, in and lower. So you can do this on your elbows if your wrists are sore. Again, pop, tap, in, down. Pop, tap, in, down. Ooh, breathe. All right, there's levels and levels and layers here. I think we could do a left and a right together before we lower. I'll just keep pushing you, but I just want you to check in with yourself. You can come back down the levels, or you can literally just stretch it out. All right, we're going to pop. Take one leg, bring it back in. The other leg, and bring it back in, and lower and breathe. Ooh. One more. If we can, let's pop and reach. In, reach, in, and lower. Well done, well done. We'll release the wrists. Come on down for this one. We're going to make a nice strong triangle here with our elbows. We're going to press those elbows into the floor. Can we take one leg back, lift and lower, and bring it in? Just getting that switch of changing sides where you've got to stay stable. Trying to keep equal weight through those elbows. Back, lift lower, and in. Back, lift lower, in. Back, lift lower. We've got 2 more. Back, lift lower, in. Back, lift lower, and in. Reach for those balls again. Just give yourself a nice little release. One really nice stretch here is a one-armed push forward. Flare open that whole rib cage. So breathe into that side. So you're pulling back with the hip. You're reaching forward with the arm. You're bending that side open. So I'm flaring, breathing in to move and open those ribs. And then changing sides. Sometimes the second time I go through you feel it more. Stretching the lats. Bottom of the scapula, shoulder blade, breathing in, pushing away. All right, second time, sometimes you feel like, aha, there we are, into a nice big stretch. Breathe it in, opening that rib cage. And again, last one there. Bend and breathe. Where's this ball coming in? It's going to go all the way in between our knees. Sandwich it in place. Now we can be down on elbows again. If you would prefer not to be, you can totally be up here. We'll just release our wrists before our next couple of things. We're going to tuck our toes under once again. Go, nice strong shoulders, nice strong triangle. We are using that low tummy set again. So we're going to see if we can pop our knees, give it one squeeze to the ball, and lower. Well done. We're going to try for 3 squeezes. We're going to pop, squeeze it 1, 2, 3. Lower and breathe. Awesome. Let's go for 5. Exhale, pop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and breathe. If you can, either stick to 5 or we're going to go all out for 10. Exhale, float. 10. Now keep pushing and squeezing. Push through those elbows. Pull through those tummy muscles. And 1 and down. Well done indeed. Right, we're going to come on up. We don't need the ball there, so we're just going to let that go for a second. We need to do our push-ups. Okay, term 4, our 10 push-ups every class. Your push-ups can take whatever shape they want, from a Pilates push-up out to a full push-up, all right? And anywhere in between. We're just getting our arms to work. So choose your position, 10. Whichever way you want. Keep breathing. Use your exhale to push yourself back up. Well done indeed. Hope someone's counting. I can see with your wrists. They can sometimes help if you're up on knuckles for too long. Okay, back with the ball. I'm going to take the ball out in one hand and the opposite leg out. And we reach and we stretch. Now we're going to keep our table flat. We're going to tuck and tap that knee under the table and then stretch it out again. Under the table, tap and long. Tap, long. 2 more. Tap, push and tap. Push. Let's change sides. Well done. Long reach, arm and leg with these opposites. Tap under. Long again. Push it out. Every time you reach out, be longer than the mat. Overlap it. Tap. Reach. 3. Push. 2. Push and 1. Reach. Back to the first side. Slight change. And we don't keep the flat back. We take our time and we round as we're out with these opposites. We're going to soccer the ball to our tummy. We round on top, lower the head, tuck your tail, and then find that balance as you reach out again. Around, pull in the tummy muscle, tuck in the ribs, and long. 3 more. And feel the slosh, that vestibular system in the inner ear as we look down. So if that really gets you, you can keep your eyes forward. Last one here. And 1 more side. You're nearly done. Opposites. Extend, reach, and tuck it in. A rounding, tuck it in. And out and long. Tuck and round. And long. Tuck. And long. We've got 2 more. Tuck. And last to go. Well done. And out. And relax. We've got 1 more thing and you get relaxation. The gateway is so close. We're going to do our thread the needle. Alright, we're actually going to keep the ball in our hand today as well. So we're on all fours. Doesn't matter which way you go, because we're going to do both. We're going to grab this ball and we're going to roll through. So stay nice and tall through that arm, but we're rolling and reaching. We're tucking under that top shoulder. And then we're going to take this ball, go with the elbow high first. So we're turning that spine. Get as round as you can, and then we're going to go full arm up. See if we can push from the floor, get the ball a little higher, and then come on through. And we reach, and we push that ball through again. We come through with the elbow first, turn that spine, ball to ceiling. With the lollipop up, if you want to, we can open that side more by sliding that leg out. Now we can find it on the floor, keeping that balance there, reaching toward, be off the floor if all's going well. We've got to come in for a soft landing with that knee. And the ball comes and reaches through. 1 more to this side, reaching through. Threading the needle through the hole, and then we come up, elbow first, turn that spine, and then full arm stretch, ball to the top, and we can take that leg out, squeezing those glutes, the front of the hips nicely open, and then soft landing, and we'll come and change sides. Great job, team. Reaching through the other way. Roll that ball. And then coming back. Elbow up first. Then more rotation. Reach with the ball. And that leg can open. Squeeze the glutes. And then soft landing. Back in to reach through again. Tucking under. And elbow. Ball. Leg. And in, last one, reach. And up. Thread the needle, so good for mobility, but yes, you have to work for it. And leg. Glutes and hold. And if you want to just roll your wrists on the ball, it's actually a really nice way of just softening them off. So just rolling around, let things release. You can roll that again as well if that just felt delicious, bringing those two sides back together. Well done indeed. Ka-chow, it is relaxation time. So we'll set you up, we've got your bolsters, you're going to put